Welcome to Keep It Real and Noble, and we have a really special guest with us today. Okay, and if you don't know, he have started a series with a little child, like an child who lives on the street. He's teaching them everything, like not about the bookish knowledge, but about the real world. And we are going to have a conversation with him. But so you know, with all this content creation skills and with a really social impactful vision, he have now like 200,000 followers with him. Plus, he have created that kind of impact that he gained 115,000 followers in just 4 days. Man, that is epic. So let's welcome seriously as known as Siddhesh Lokare with us. So Siddhesh, how
Thank you
you're
for
fe-
having me, first of all.
thank you so much. So how you're feeling here, like for the first time with Keep It Real?
Feeling good, feeling positive. आपने बहुत अच्छा एटमॉस्फेयर बना के रखा है.
Thank you so much. And we also have our co-host Aditya Shinde, as you know from the previous podcasts. Okay.
Thank you so much.
So, Siddesh, I have like a basic question, like how do you get the idea about content creation?
Here we go again. Here we go again. Because whenever I go live, there are two questions that are being asked. Three questions.
Okay.
One is, what is your age? Who are you dating?
Okay.
And आपको आइडियाज कहाँ से आता है?
Okay.
और मेरे पास उसमें से एक का ही आंसर है.
Who are you
Age
dating?
का. I only have one answer, but when it comes to ideas, I feel it's something which is beyond our pragmatic expectations, pragmatic realization of life.
Okay.
It's something that comes to my subconscious mind while I'm doing something which does not relate to content.
Right.
I'm taking a shower, I get an idea. I'm jogging, I get an idea.
Okay.
And I'm constantly cursed with this one sin that I'm 24/7 thinking about content.
Man.
So you show me a glass, it might be just a glass for you. For me, it's content. So it's a curse in a way, but if you really know how to optimize on it,
Yeah.
it can become a skill. So these ideas are just manifestations of all the other things that I do
Okay.
when I'm like dormant. मतलब मैं बस बैठा हुआ है. मतलब बहुत काम करके थक गया बस बैठ गया 2 मिनट के लिए. 2 मिनट के अंदर ही मैजिक आ जाता है.
Yeah.
And plus I read a lot.
Okay, and I also have one very common question again. When everyone is going for the general things, then how did you get idea to start content journey? Means why did you start the content journey?
Right. So if you go to the square one, when I started, I feel that I've always loved the idea of having attention, my own attention, something that I can own for myself. And when that happened, I started doing random. So I was a fat kid before. मैं 105 किलो का था.
Really?
Yeah. So I faced a lot of issues in terms of getting attention from teachers, my friends, girls. Maybe that's why I was single till I was 21.
Okay.
21 तक मैं single ही था. I did not get any girl. So उस attention को थोड़ा grasp करने के लिए या फिर feel करने के लिए I started working out.
Okay.
I worked out for a year. 1 साल में मैंने 25 किलो खत्म कर दिया, निकाल दिया. Okay. वो करने के बाद I'm like, oh, I look hot. I look good. So let's just start doing like fashion content.
Yeah.
So I started a fashion blog. I started doing modeling for like 6 to 7 months.
Okay.
I failed at it miserably. I stopped that. Then I started dancing. डांस कंटेंट मतलब कंटेंट नहीं बस करने के लिए करता था. मतलब महीने में 1-2 डांस वीडियो डाल दिए खत्म. I failed at that also, and that's when I got into marketing and psychology content.
Okay.
So I did proper infotainment marketing psychology content for like 6 to 7 months.
Okay.
But then I got bored again because I was doing it in front of screen. So D2C, like, I mean, if you're direct D2C, the format direct to camera is something which is very boring. But people do it because it is scalable. You can scale that thing like better.
Yeah.
But I'm not that person. I'm like, मेरे को बाहर निकलना है, मेरे को uncomfortable feel करना है, मुझे embarrassed feel करना है. So my initial idea when I started this page 1 year ago was to get embarrassed and see how people react to those situations.
Okay.
So directly, like I just took the decision of taking a plate of poha and eating it at Starbucks.
Yeah, like you wearing
Yeah.
that ghagra, right?
वो बाद में आ गया, वो तो बहुत लेट आ गया. मतलब it started with me eating poha at Starbucks and that video
Gone viral actually.
viral.
Yeah.
उसके बाद मेरा एक वीडियो बनाया. I went to my college, junior college, and I crashed a lecture. मैं लेक्चर जाके बैठ गया और टीचर को पता भी नहीं चला कि मैं and that's when the virality started happening and I had to remove that video because principal को पता चल गया and he's like आपको FIR की जाएगी आप पे तो निकाल दो. तो मैंने निकाल दिया. So yeah, the initial idea was to get embarrassed and to lose the sense of perfection because मेरे को बस imperfect होना था, कुछ ना कुछ गलत करना था. Like morally कुछ गलत करना था so that I can arrive at a moral.
Okay.
So can I find a new purpose through doing these videos?
बेसिकली वो करना है जो बाकी कोई नहीं कर रहा है.
बाकी कोई नहीं कर
अलग
रहा. I
कुछ तो
always
करना
think of that. So even when I'm starting a podcast, I have to do something. I want to do something different.
Correct. And
So that's why I took the decision of doing podcasts with kids. जो मैं अभी चालू करने वाला हूँ.
right.
So yeah, I'm that guy, bro. I don't know why. I always think of doing things that are different,
Very
like
differently.
innately different, so that मेरे पास वो value differentiator पहले से ही ready हो, as opposed to me doing these things for a year and then finding my differentiation.
Correct. So basically इतने सारे differences create करने के बाद and इतने सारा content create करने के बाद which is your like most embarrassing moment?
Oops. There are a lot. There are a lot.
Okay, let's get top 3.
Top 3.
Yeah.
One was I think the video where I became stripper
Okay.
at a bachelor party. Okay. So that was one embarrassing moment. Although I was very confident because I'm always confident in my skin. I'm very confident about my masculinity and also femininity. But that was very embarrassing for a while. Second was Ghagra one because I was thrown out of the mall. I was thrown out of the mall and everyone was watching me getting thrown out of the mall while wearing a ghagra. So that was embarrassing. Third was something which hasn't been like out on the content feed ever. So that involved police authorities. I was taken to Delhi police and all that. So that was also criminally just embarrassing. Yeah, a lot of things.
So basically you don't just create content, if I say basically, okay, you create an impact on a society. Okay. And I want to talk about that because that aspect, no creator, means most of the creators ignore that thing, okay, but you actually captured the essence of social impact in a very unique manner. Like the Ghagra one, you said like the embarrassed one, but I liked it more because it shows the, the thought process, the mentality of people, how they react on different things. Okay. So like, how did you get the idea of creating a social impact, like the huge one? Okay. So I want to talk about that, like that journey, like you have been through. What exactly it is?
Social impact, the journey of social impact always starts with personal impact.
Correct. Yeah.
When you have individual purpose of doing something that has the potential of changing you as a person, that's when the entire journey begins.
Right.
You get that realization, you get out, you action it on it, you do some experiment,
Right.
and then the perception is something that that is not my judgment.
Correct.
ये पूरा ऑडियंस पे रहता है. ऑडियंस को क्या फील करवाना है, मुझे ऑडियंस को क्या दिखाना है. There have been multiple videos where people have cried while doing something, and I haven't shown everything because I feel that this is very personal, and I don't want to portray it as something which is very sympathetic.
Right.
Sympathetic नहीं दिखाना है मेरे को, थोड़ा उसमें नरेशन दिखाना है, थोड़ा उसमें नैरेटिव दिखाना है, so that people can also like learn, feel positive, wholesome while watching that, not just cry. So and the social impact began with one experiment where I a lot of them, the first one was I painted the entire government school. वहाँ से चालू हुआ painting the government school, and then I actually started feeling good about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's a very selfish thing. I feel like providing happiness to someone without expecting something in return is the most selfish act of humanity.
Exactly.
and I'm brutally selfish.
Yeah.
That's why I've fallen in love with people very easily, because it makes me feel loved.
Right. Means it all started with an kind of attention seeker, okay, but actually you have created an kind of community over you, right? And now that community is so loyal that they like tell you personally, like they text you, they DM you, like yeah, we
They
love
meet
you.
me, and the thing is,
Yeah.
it's very, because I come from the background of building a community. Like while before content, I was working with a startup जहाँ पे मेरे को communities build करने थे.
Right.
So I come from that background, and when I start creating content, my initial purpose was to have 10 people who brutally love me. 10 का 100 हो गया, 100 का 1000 हो गया, और ये जो 1000 लोग हैं वो मतलब मेरे इंस्टाग्राम पे ही नहीं, मेरे टेलीग्राम चैनल पे है, मेरे व्हाट्सएप के ग्रुप्स में है.
Right.
I have communities which are at the bottom of the funnel. ऊपर इंस्टाग्राम है, नीचे 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 टेलीग्राम, ये
Telegram.
यहाँ पे मेरी कम्युनिटी है.
Correct.
और ये लोग हमेशा शो अप करते हैं.
हाँ.
Whenever I want to initiate some activities, some projects, they come for volunteering.
Yeah.
And when your followers volunteer for your work,
Yeah, man.
that is the only win. That is the only win that you should seek as a
Right.
creator.
Totally agree, because I've actually seen like most of your followers are like the peoples who already came at some event, okay, or like who already attended something which you have arranged, and those guys are so happy that they are eager to come again. Like they want, yeah, like when the next event or when the next thing is going on, okay, just let me know or something. And that the core of your community is so positive that they also want to make an impact on the society or to spread some positivity. And recently you have done a series like for the stray dogs, right? Like feeding 10,000 stray dogs in Mumbai, Pune, right? So man, I was going through with all the stories, okay, and I was seeing every person's story. Like I've seen everyone's story, every dog I have seen now. It's so much happy, like being with you, being with your followers, okay. So not just peoples, you are also making an like animal happy. So how did you get an idea to feed 10,000? That is a huge number actually. So how did you get the idea about it?
Because I've already done it before. So
Okay.
my first project was 1000,
Hmm.
then 2000,
Okay.
and this is the third one.
Third one.
Why? It's very simple.
Hmm.
I just wanted to feel good about the very fact that I can reach out to some strays that are not easily exposed to the world around us.
Okay.
We feel stray dogs are the ones who actually are on the streets, मतलब रास्ते पे ही रहते हैं. But there are some stray dogs that are inside the construction sites,
Yeah.
railway stations, and some confined areas that we don't know of.
Correct.
तो उन तक वो खाना पहुंचता ही नहीं है.
Hmm.
तो मेरा इनिशियल आइडिया था उन तक पहुंचाए,
हाँ.
and let's see how many people, how many animals can we reach
Yeah.
out.
Off topic thing, like you said about like you didn't had any girlfriend till 21, right? Yeah. So how did you felt? Like most of the teenagers had someone to share some moments or something, but you didn't had anyone. Okay? So till that, like till 21, when you didn't had anyone, how did you feel?
Alone, because you always need someone to love.
Okay. And
जो भी बोलता है ना मेरे को नहीं प्यार में चक्कर में नहीं पड़ना है, वो सबसे बड़ा झूठा है.
झूठा
प्यार
है.
सबको चाहिए,
सही
बस
Correct.
हम उसके पीछे भागते रहते हैं.
hmm.
That is one problem. I think love and relationships can never be forced.
Yeah.
Love, attraction happens,
Correct.
but love accumulates.
Yeah.
Love is a funnel. Love is a process. Love is a framework. Love is a duty. Love is a job. Love is something that is beyond our preconceived notions. And when you actually feel it,
Hmm.
it will be extremely hard for you to get out of it. Very hard if you truly love someone.
Yeah.
True.
absolutely.
And I've only felt that once in my life, quite recently. But when I was single, I did not care because I had two friends who were like, okay, I have ये दोस्त है मेरे, ये मेरे लिए सेफ्टी प्रोवाइड करते हैं, and this is where I feel comfortable. I don't want to take an extra mile.
Yeah.
क्यों मैं जाके किसी को इम्प्रेस करूँ? क्या मिलेगा मुझे? है छोड़ दो, मेरे को अकेला ही फील करने दो. So I did feel alone, and that's the case with so many teenagers nowadays that are finding it very hard to reach out to women of their opposite genders
Correct.
and try to make something happen. But I feel that instead of running behind love, run behind your work, and love will come to you.
Correct. So nowadays, basically, people think to be kind of an, the rude guy, the playboy type of persons. Okay, especially for boys. So what do you think about that kind of personality?
Playboys.
Yeah.
The women who love playboys
Hmm.
are actually projecting their father's personality on the guy.
Okay. That was.
And this is a very psychological thing.
yeah thing.
And I've studied this while I was studying evolutionary biology and evolutionary psychology. That जो so there is तो ये Freud के ज़माने का, Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud was one of the biggest psychologists, the one who came up with psychoanalysis, subconscious mind and everything.
Hmm.
And this is very deep and dark. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is something called as Oedipus complex and Electra complex. Oedipus complex says that males, I mean sons, are actually biologically and sexually oriented towards their mothers.
Okay. Yeah.
On the other way, Electra complex,
Uh-huh.
daughters are
Yeah.
directly, in a way, indirectly, biologically oriented towards their fathers.
Yeah.
I mean, they're attracted,
Yeah.
innately attracted.
To the personality. That.
Right. Why? When we are born, whoever you are,
Yeah.
what are you exposed to first?
Correct. Correct.
Right.
Right.
You're exposed to boobs. Right.
Obviously.
So you can trace back and see the signs, and that's why women always find a second father in their boyfriends.
Boyfriends. Correct.
So if they are attracted to playboys, it means their father was a playboy
Playboy.
in their teenage days,
Correct.
and now they're trying to find the second version of their father.
That was deep.
That was really deep and so accurate,
Actually.
Man, this is really great. But do you think करके like today's teenagers, like how they feel, like when we had relationships, like मैं ज़्यादा ये नहीं हूँ, बुढ़ा नहीं हूँ, but still I'm 24 years old. But like when I was in school, the relationship was like holding hands or like the old school kind of love. Okay, but today it just kind of physical. Means 80% of time it's just physical and 20% of time is like करके हाँ okay and so. ठीक है. So what do you think about that? What kind of relationship you will be having, or what kind of lover you are?
I think my love language is actually physical.
Okay.
Not in terms of sex and stuff, but in terms of touching, holding hands, or hugging. Dr. Sid said this, right? Dr. Sid, I don't know if you know Dr. Sid Warrior.
Yeah.
He said that when you hug a person, you can literally listen to their heartbeat.
Right.
But it makes us feel special.
Yeah.
Why does it make us feel special? That person is alive.
Obviously.
Heart to beat karne hi wala hai. So why do you feel so special? It means that sometimes you have to tell that other person that I just don't love you, but my body also loves your body.
Yeah.
Because of all those chills that we get when we touch someone's hand or we hug someone.
Right.
It is something that we cannot explain in words. It's very philosophical.
Yeah, and sometimes magical.
Yeah, it's very magical. So I feel जो हम निब्बा निब्बी बोलते हैं ना, निब्बा निब्बी, ये तो होमो सेपियंस है भाई. Humans are like that. They want to be touchy. They want to kiss. They want to do PDA. Just because हम ये हमारा जो ये दिमाग है प्रीफ्रंटल कॉर्टेक्स ये इतनी बढ़ गई है, हमें हर जगह लॉजिक लगाना है। अरे लोग देखेंगे, लोग क्या कहेंगे, ये क्या कहेंगे। जब ओयो में जाओगे तब सारे लोग सेम ही चीज करने वाले हैं।
ऑब्वियसली सही बात है।
डजंट मैटर इफ यू आर अ बिलियनियर,
या
whoever you are going to do the same thing,
सेम
right?
थिंग या
So just because we have that cortex, we are able to try to make sense of things. We are trying to act intellectual in terms of in front of our partner.
राइट
But I feel your partner should be the shoulder to rest on and a home to go back to.
करेक्ट या
And that home does not need to have any logic. Sometimes, yes, you need to be rational. That is one mistake that I did in my past relationship. I was way too pragmatic. I was trying to make sense of this feeling, that feeling, ye feeling, wo feeling, ye attraction, wo attraction.
राइट
Ye decision, wo decision. Like, why? Fuck it. Just feel it, bro.
हाँ
Just stay there and share that feeling with someone who actually cares about you.
राइट
So, love language that you were saying, like holding hands and this, it will always exist. Whoever you are. Always exist.
या
And I never judge anyone's way of attraction, anyone's way of love, because सबके अलग अलग तरीके होते हैं. मेरी love language is touch. Someone's love language can be just sharing memes,
या
or it can be reading books.
राइट
I do read books with my partner. I don't have a partner right now, but I used to read books with my partner, and that was a different feeling. But ये feeling अलग है. इसको अलग बक्से में रख दो.
हाँ राइट सो इफ आई से ना लाइक नाउअडेज आई हैव सीन फ्यू वीडियोज अराउंड इट करके एक इंसान लाइक एक लड़का एक लड़के का इंटरव्यू ले रहा है, ठीक है, एंड ही इज आस्किंग करके विच इज़ द बिगेस्ट प्लानट इन आवर सोलर सिस्टम. डू यू एक्सपेक्ट लाइक डू यू नो विच इज़ द बिगेस्ट प्लानट इन आवर सोलर सिस्टम?
Jupiter.
Jupiter, correct?
Yeah.
She says it's Mars. The second one says like जो अब हम जाके आए करके चंद्रयान करके तो चांद. Then the second interview I saw like same लड़की से पूछते हैं करके हाँ who is the first woman of India, like the first man first woman, ठीक है. उनको ये बेसिक चीज़ें तक नहीं पता, ठीक है.
What did she say?
I am trying to say करके is our generation, not the girls specifically, but it's our generation getting dumb or what?
Okay. Dumb. I don't know how to define dumb. I'll tell you there are two kinds of people. People who are dumb in private
Okay.
and people who are dumb in public.
Public.
Two kinds of people. And इसमें दोनों की कोई गलती नहीं है. Right? कोई गलती नहीं है. जो प्राइवेट में डम है, they are very, 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 very insecure about their raw personality. और जो पब्लिक में डम है, they are someone that you see on social media. So, how to define dumbness is something that comes to you. Like what we love about others are the things that we love about ourselves.
Yeah.
And the things that we find dumb in others are the things that we don't want to see in ourselves.
Correct.
So I feel dumb नहीं होती जा रही है, but I think सबके priorities change हो गए. For them, they don't think that they have any need to consume news.
Yeah.
Because they have already come with this perception कि news fake होता है.
हाँ.
या फिर मुझे कोई ना कोई बता ही देगा.
कर देगा.
मैं ये मेरे फील्ड में है ही नहीं.
हाँ.
So everyone is seeking for that specific knowledge. जनरल नॉलेज किसी को नहीं चाहिए.
नहीं चाहिए.
स्पेसिफिक नॉलेज. अगर मैं ब्यूटी इन्फ्लुएंसर हूँ तो मैं आशना को ही फॉलो करूंगी, बाकी किसी को नहीं करूंगी.
किसी को नहीं करूंगी. सही है.
समझ रहे हो? So the more you narrow it down, the harder it becomes for you to be personally and collectively be aware of yourself and the people around you.
Correct.
But I feel you need to go back home, be with yourself, and forget the very fact that you're a content creator or you're a corporate worker, whoever you are.
Right.
Forget the sense of yourself and just read things.
Right.
Okay.
So I feel everyone should read.
Yeah.
Everyone should read. I mean, the humanity can be a better place to be in if everyone is reading something. It does not have to be a smart thing. Anything dumb.
Anything.
Just read it.
I agree. I
agree. So actually, I wanted to ask you, like, you have now massive audience, and your audience consisting many age groups. Okay, so most of the people would be Gen Z, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you must have met them in personal. What their thinking process and what their life is going. What do you think about that?
I feel Gen Zs are very, very smart.
Hmm.
They're much smarter than we are millennials. I'm millennial. I feel they get exposed to the information before I do because they're consuming a lot.
Right.
And consumption in terms of not just content, shopping and everything online has increased drastically. Not just because of COVID.
Right.
So that is one habit and that is one trajectory to which we are moving to. And that's why, see, everything comes to them very easily. They don't have to make an effort.
Right.
For us, it was, अगर हमको मैच देखनी है तो हम किसी टीवी स्टोर के यहाँ जाके रुकते थे जहाँ पे सब देखते थे ऐसे मैच टीवी बॉक्सेस लगे हम मैच देख रहे हैं
Right.
तो हमारे लिए वो एक एफर्ट था प्यार भी हमारे लिए एक एफर्ट था
Effort.
कि बम्बल टिंडर इट नेवर एग्जिस्टेड
Never existed.
फॉर अस प्यार वाज ट्यूशन क्लास में वो बंदी पहले बेंच में बैठती है और मैं लास्ट बेंच पे
Correct.
सो आई हैव टू मेक श्योर कि जब वो निकले ट्यूशन से बाहर तब मैं एंड में निकलूं
I agree to
Right.
this.
समझ रहे हो मैं एंड में निकलूं क्योंकि मेरे को उसके साथ ट्यूशन से एग्जिट
Exit मारना है.
That is the kind of love that I have
Right.
experienced. It was not easy. It was very,
Very
very
difficult.
effortful.
Okay.
So that's why Gen Zs take things for granted, love for granted, and that's why they're very open about their choices. They're very open about their relationships, their decisions, and they can switch like this.
Yeah.
There is no switching cost in this generation.
Yeah.
आज मैं ये कंटेंट बना रहा हूँ मैं 10 दिन नहीं बनाऊंगा कोई और मिल जाएगा वेरी सिंपल आई एम रिप्लेसेबल इजीली एंड दे डोंट हैव एनी स्विचिंग कॉस्ट what does it take one tap follow reel khatam it's as simple as that so yeah the Gen Zs nowadays are aware they're much more advanced in terms of tech but they're innately and psychologically broken. Let's talk about depression.
Right. That's a big thing.
Depression always existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mental health always existed.
Right.
But we had no outlay. We cannot just put up a story and tell the world that, hey, I'm feeling depressed. So that everyone knows that. And everyone shares that feeling with me. Right? But हमारे टाइम में वो फीलिंग को शेयर करने वाला मैं ही था और कोई नहीं था. Right? So just because they know that they have people to share this feeling with, they think everyone is going through the same problem, so I'm fine.
Right.
So isn't it like being compound effect that
Yeah, it
other
compounds. It compounds and it piles up. You feel that everything is okay, but it's not. That's why the therapy rates have increased by 42% in this year.
Right.
People, like mostly content creators, 1 in 2 content creator is seeking therapy.
Actually, yeah.
1 in 2, 50%.
Okay.
Why? Because in the process of creating, we are being consumed.
Correct.
In the process of adding value, we are getting devalued. In the process of creating content every day, we are losing the identity of who we are. Because हर रील में हमें कोई और बनना पड़ता है.
Yeah.
Right.
हर रील में हमें कुछ देना ही पड़ता है.
Right.
Right? So that is constant energy exchange. So when you get exposed to so many people, you're like, fuck, मैं कौन हूँ? So I think awareness है generally Gen Zs को, but mentally they don't know what's going on. They think that they know, but innately they don't know. Even I don't know. Even I feel the same.
Actually.
Even I feel the same. I am like, I hang out with a lot of Gen Zs, but it's like you become an average of the 5 people that you hang out with.
Right.
Right.
So I've kind of like that. But मेरे में थोड़ा balance है.
So if I say, See, you have this much of big community, okay? So there are expectations from you, like regarding your content, regarding the work you do, and everything, okay? What do you think? How you're going to match those expectations, and currently how you're doing it?
I feel my benchmark is my biggest enemy.
Yeah,
मैंने जो चीज़ें पहले की है ना वही मेरी एनिमी है, मेरे लिए डेविल है. मैंने लाइक
Yeah.
फाइव पहले से ही मैंने इतना भारी भारी क्यों कर दिया. Like I went to a Bumble date and I took my mom along with it.
yeah.
Who does that?
That was
I look
epic.
back and like भाई तू क्या करके हो गया यार, भाई क्यों किया तूने. It can damage someone's privacy.
Yeah.
So that is my benchmark. I have to compete with that benchmark.
हाँ.
So I feel अगर तुमको एक content journey चालू करनी है तो नो कि तुम इस बेंचमार्क को क्रॉस कर सकते हो.
Right.
इससे बढ़िया कुछ बना सकते हो.
हाँ.
अगर हाँ तो ही उतनी बड़ी चीजें कर रहे हो. अगर ना सस्टेन नहीं कर पाओगे तो मत ही करो.
नहीं करो, सही बात है.
चूज द इजी वे. रैंट अबाउट लाइफ.
Right.
रेड फ्लैग्स, ग्रीन फ्लैग्स, जेनजीज, टॉक्सिसिटी, इन चीजों के बारे में बात करो. अगर नहीं कर हो पा रहे तो मत करो. मैंने कर लिया भाई. लग गई मेरी. बट आई एम एंजॉयिंग माय प्रोसेस. So yeah, about that, about matching the expectations, I feel I don't care. I only care about what I love doing. I don't give a fuck about what my audience loves.
Okay.
And that's why my audience loves me.
Yeah.
Actually.
नवरात्रि चल रही है.
हाँ.
एक वीडियो नहीं बनाया
नहीं
मैंने
बनाया.
नवरात्रि.
Yeah.
मैं गरबा खेलने भी नहीं गया. So my audience knows that I don't like गरबा. So why would I create content on it?
Obviously.
Hmm.
तो जबरदस्ती.
So be brutally honest about it. I don't like Garba. I don't like doing it. Khatam baat. They will
Right.
only look out for the next episode for the series.
हाँ.
Hmm.
Nobody came to me. भाई गरबा में कुछ नहीं बनाया, कुछ नहीं. I don't like it.
Exactly.
Okay. Regarding the followers, I have a question. Okay. First is, have you ever get a crush on your follower?
Follower?
Yeah.
No.
Never.
Creator, yes.
So it's been exposed. You have a crush on a creator. I don't know. Ask who.
Off करो.
Okay. So let's assume this. If you have a crush, so what kind of qualities do you want in your in your girlfriend or in your crush?
In your crush.
Yeah, like we can assume na something without asking you.
I think she should be passionate about one thing, something,
Okay.
anything. It can be being passionate about clubbing.
Okay.
नहीं में मतलब पैशनेट रहो, एक चीज अच्छे से करो.
Okay.
और someone who wants to be alone with me because I also want to be alone.
Right. Okay.
So I feel love is being alone with someone who also wants to be alone
Okay.
because they are individually happy and comfortable in their own bubbles.
Right. Right.
Now they are just entering inside each other's bubbles, sharing that bubble, pop हो जाता है वापस अपने अपने bubble में चले जाते हैं.
हाँ, ये बात सही है because
That is what I expect someone who embraces being with themselves individually, someone who's confident about their skin, about their body, about their work, and third, family values. Someone who's not affectionate towards their family is the biggest red flag for me.
okay, so guys, find out who this creator is who have this kind of qualities for him, and if
I
you
dare
guess-
you.
And okay, I dare you. If you guys found out like who the creator is, na, okay, I'll do something which I never did. Like बहुत बड़ी चीज मैं कर दूंगा, ठीक है. I'll post it on Instagram or something, ठीक है. या फिर सिद्धेश की तरफ से.
You confess your love to that creator.
Okay, sure. कर देंगे. अगर पता चल गया करके क्रिएटर कौन है ना जिसमें ये सारी
नहीं, you
qualities
take
है.
your crush on a date.
My crush on a date.
Yeah.
Okay, done.
Done.
चलो, करते ही है, ठीक है.
Okay.
बस क्रिएटर गेस कर लेना. Hopefully
But
मत
right
करना.
या wrong है वो कौन बताएगा?
We will see about it. बस hopefully मत करना. नहीं तो मुझे लेके जाना पड़ेगा. Hey, on serious note ना, like most of the relationship nowadays being like that करके एक दूसरे के कामों में टांग अड़ाना, ठीक है, ये वो, and not giving their own space, ठीक है. But see, as of a professional person, like as of a content creator, you have work for like around 18 hours, sometimes 24 hours. You okay? So when you are giving your partner their space, okay, then only they will give you yours, right? Okay, and most of the teenagers don't understand this thing, and then they create a situation where breakup happens and something, okay, and then they get into the depression, okay, and this happens a lot. So, what do you think? How a person should not like get into the depression regarding this relationship? Okay, how do you think? Like how they can ignore this thing?
Someone is depressed in love is actually depressed with themselves.
Hmm.
They do not care about love. क्या होता है, एक चीज बता दो, क्यों होता है ब्रेकअप? इनसिक्योरिटी,
हाँ,
possessiveness,
right.
that just because they are not confident about their own masculinity.
Correct.
They don't know how to take care of their girl.
Hmm.
They don't know how to take care of their partner.
हाँ,
Hmm.
They don't know how to be brutally honest about who they are,
actually.
as opposed to telling them a version of your reality that does not exist.
Hmm.
So being depressed in love, I feel, is actually being depressed in your own skin. And how to avoid that? Do not fall in love until you're actually sure about the very fact that you can sit with yourself for an hour every day,
Right.
without having any smartphones around you, without having any book around you, anything, nothing. Just sit with
Yeah.
yourself at least for 15 minutes. If you're comfortable, you can fall in love. If
Yeah.
you're not comfortable, then you're actually seeking for attention and dependence in terms of having someone to take care of you and heal you. No one can heal you more
Right.
than you.
Hmm.
No one can do that. It's your own shit.
Okay.
So get your shit together and then fall in love. I think like falling in love happens like it's a process.
Hmm.
I feel सबसे पहले फिजिकल अट्रैक्शन ही होती है.
Right.
फिजिकल अट्रैक्शन के फेज में ही 15 दिन 20 दिन 1 महीना चला जाता है. उसके बाद गलती से हाँ बोल दिया बंदी ने तो उसका हाथ पकड़ा जाता है.
Man.
हाथ पकड़ते ही प्यार हो जाता
प्यार हो जाता है. बहुत ज़्यादा फास्ट फॉरवर्ड हो गई है दुनिया आजकल. एक्चुअली देखा जाए तो लाइक जो टीनेजर्स आज के, दे डोंट नो शिट लाइक हाउ द लव हैपेंस और समथिंग. उनको बस ये लगता है करके दे जस्ट वांट टू ना डोंट वांट टू बी लोनली, यू नो, दे डोंट वांट टू बी अलोन, एंड दैट्स व्हाई दे सीक द पार्टनर करके. हाँ, कोई तो हो, बस मेरी बातें सुन ले, मेरे साथ रह ले, ठीक है, अदरवाइज कुछ. एंड दे गेट, एंड स्पेशली गाइज, नो हेट गाइज बट स्टिल स्पेशली गाइज ऐसा होते हैं करके वो डिपेंड हो जाते हैं सामने वाले पे. इवन शी इज़ नॉट 100% इन्वॉल्व इन दैट पर्सन, शी इज़ लाइक 50-70% इन्वॉल्व. गाइज आर गिविंग देयर 110%, 200% टू देम. ओके, एंड व्हेन दैट लाइक इम्बैलेंस हैपन ना करके, वो चीज़ बैलेंस नहीं हो पाती कभी, तो चीज़ें बिगड़ना स्टार्ट होती है. सो व्हाट मैसेज यू वांट टू गिव दोस काइंड ऑफ गाइस करके, क्या करना चाहिए करके? पुल बैक करो, थोड़ा सा शांति से चीज़ें आराम से लेके जाओ, अदरवाइज ज़्यादा सोचो मत उस चीज़ के लिए. व्हाट मैसेज डू यू वांट टू गिव टू देम?
है. यार वेरी सिंपल, लाइक don't make someone else the center of attention. प्यार होने के लिए टाइम तो लगता है, बट खुद से प्यार करने के लिए जिंदगी निकल जाती है.
जाती है. मैन, दैट वाज डीप
जिंदगी निकल जाती है.
एक्चुअली.
तो चीज़ों को इन तरीक़ों से देखो कि क्या मैं इनसे वो बातें कर पाऊँगा जो मैं खुद के साथ करता हूँ. क्या मैं उनको ये चीज़ें दे पाऊँगा जो मैं सच में खुद को देना चाहता हूँ.
राइट.
क्या मैं इस रिलेशनशिप को उस मुकाम तक पहुँचा पाऊँगा जहाँ मुझे लगे कि येस आई वॉन्ट टू ग्रो ओल्ड विद यू.
राइट.
फ्लिंग्स ओके, एक एनालॉजी है. energy exchange. Let's talk about flings. Let's talk about casual dating.
Yeah.
I'm a person who's in the phase of casual dating. I'm constantly having sex with many men, many women, and so all that. Every day, the first day, a person comes. Suppose every time you're having sex with that person, you're exchanging a piece of wardrobe with them,
Correct.
right? Sex हो गया, make out हो गया, जो भी है. I take one piece of wardrobe from them and I give them a piece of wardrobe from my
Yeah.
place. एक बार हो गया. Second time, second thing happens. Some other guy, some other girl. Wardrobe exchange. Third, same. हो रहा है. By the end of the 11th day, you open your wardrobe and you see a set of things, a set of clothes that never belong to you.
Right.
That are scattered, belonging to different men, different women. And you're like, इसमें से मेरे कपड़े कौन से? That is what happens when you think about flings, when you think about casual dating.
Right.
So instead of having जब भी ऐसा लगेगा ना कि हम like attraction हो रहा है, सोचो क्या तुम तैयार हो इस एक इंसान के साथ अपना वार्डरोब जिंदगी भर शेयर
करने के लिए.
Right.
ताकि आधा उनका हो आधा तुम्हारा हो बस. And treat love as a job.
Yeah.
I feel like love is a duty. You have to show up. If you have created a habit कि 1 बजे रात को हमारा कॉल होगा 1 घंटा करना ही है.
Right.
दुनिया यहाँ की वहाँ हो जाए करो.
सही बात है.
Because a woman only wants a man to be consistent
Correct.
at what they are doing and what they are saying.
Right.
एक दिन तुम मजनू बन गए,
बस.
24 hours डेट पे लेके चले गए, बाकी के 6 दिन खत्म. कुछ नहीं, कहाँ कौन, हाँ काम कर रहा हूँ, I will text you back. It does not work like that.
Right.
Yeah. So let's move to manifestation. Like, do you believe in manifestations?
Yeah, truly.
So how do you do it? And like, when did you start like experiencing these things?
It started with me. I uploaded a story on which I written a bunch of brands that I want to manifest.
Okay.
And I've manifested about 50% of them
Okay.
till now. I don't think you can spell manifestation without action.
Yeah. Agree.
Ever.
Yeah.
I don't think you can just visualize and get the fuck out of the very important zone, which is actually doing and implementing.
Correct.
अगर मैनिफेस्ट कर रहे हो तो उसके लिए एक एक्शन प्लान भी बनाओ.
Plan banao.
Right.
एक लाइन लिख दी
हाँ.
कि आई एम हेल्दी, आई एम हैप्पी आफ्टर अ ईयर.
Hmm.
Action plan. Go to the gym every day.
हाँ.
Be disciplined.
Right.
And then things will fall in the right place. So manifestation is just a visual and poetic idea which has been created by this book called The Secret.
The secret.
The
yeah.
secret, right?
The Secret, it never existed, the word.
Yeah.
Manifestation. The Secret से चालू हो गया.
Right.
And it has never been standardized. It has never been standardized.
Never.
But we created a story out of that one word. And you
Actually.
think that one word can solve all of your problems. No.
Right.
Only your actions can solve your problems, not the manifestation.
Okay.
So मैं पहले से एक्शन कर ही रहा हूँ, उसके साथ मैनिफेस्टेशन को बस जोड़ रहा हूँ
Right.
उस जर्नी से.
Hmm.
एंड देन इट्स लाइक देयर इज अ डार्ट बोर्ड. अंधेरा है हर जगह, तुम बस डार्ट मारे जा रहे हो. अरे वाह, देखो एक गिर गया. उसमें से एक डार्ट गिर जाता है, दूसरा गिर जाता है, तीसरा गिर जाता है, बट 10वां लग ही जाता है.
हाँ. Right.
एंड दैट इज मैनिफेस्टेशन.
Yeah. Like, तो manifestations अगर काम नहीं करते या फिर लाइक जिस भी तरीके से, बिकॉज एवरीथिंग नीड्स एन एक्शन प्लान. बिकॉज मैं घर पे बैठ कर सोचूं मैं अमीर हो जाऊंगा तो ऐसा तो हो नहीं सका. ठीक है. तो मैनिफेस्टेशंस एग्जैक्टली क्या करते हैं? लाइक आपका कॉन्फिडेंस बूस्ट करते हैं, या फिर आप में एक पॉजिटिव थॉट लेके आते हैं, या फिर एक जर्नी के लिए आपको रेडी करते हैं? एग्जैक्टली
अफर्म करते हैं.
अफर्म करते
इट गिव्स यू एन अफर्मेशन दैट हे दैट यू हैव समथिंग टू लुक फॉरवर्ड टू
हैं.
एंड समथिंग टू लुक अप टू.
ओके. एंड
And that manifestation should never be out of your sight.
ओके.
डेस्क पे बैठते हो, डेस्क पे होना ही चाहिए वो मैनिफेस्टेशन.
हाँ.
मैनिफेस्टेशन ऐसे लिख के फेंक दिया उसको मैनिफेस्टेशन
नहीं बोलते हैं.
मैनिफेस्टेशन इस लिख के खुद के पास रख दिया.
हाँ. राइट. आई एग्री.
That those are promises.
Yeah.
Right. which will
Promises
make
are
you
the ones
remember.
that you write and you throw them.
Through them.
Right.
Manifestations are the ones that you write and you keep with yourself.
Right.
Right. So, like, वो throw वाली बात से एक चीज याद आई. Have you ever been betrayed by in relationship or by friends or someone?
Yeah, many a times. Many a times. And I feel it's okay. It's okay to be betrayed.
How do you handle that thing, if you can say?
See, most of the times you get betrayed because of your own mistakes,
Yeah.
because of lack of clarity.
Hmm.
उस इंसान ने तुम्हें तुम्हारा वो वर्जन नहीं दिखाया जो तुम खुद से छुपा रहे थे. बिट्रियल होता ही नहीं अगर तुम खुद को खुद की सच्चाई बताते और वो सच्चाई किसी और के साथ शेयर करते.
Correct.
Right.
तो आई फील डोंट बिट्रे योरसेल्फ फर्स्ट. खुद को बिट्रियल देना, बिट्रियल में रखना बंद कर दो. लाइफ में बिट्रियल्स कम हो जाएंगे. अगर मैंने फॉर एग्जांपल ब्रांड्स हैव बिट्रेड मी अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स.
Okay.
लाइक समटाइम्स मैंने वीडियो बना के उनको भेजा है एंड दे हैव रिजेक्टेड द एंटायर कोलैबोरेशन.
Man.
Oh.
Why? Because the aesthetics were not good.
Arre.
The background was not good.
Oh.
Because I shot a video at the slums. So these things happen because they were not clear about the fact that the background has to be a certain way.
Correct.
So that is a betrayal for me, right?
Right.
Towards me. But for me, it's not betrayal.
Right.
For me, it's us not having clarity.
Right.
So there should be a difference between things coming towards you and things coming from you.
Okay.
Right.
So yeah, that's how you should perceive it.
So let's.
खुद को रखो मतलब दूसरों के शूज में कॉन्स्टेंटली. बेस्ट स्ट्रैटेजी एवर. अगर बिट्रियल को ये करना है मतलब उसको हल्का करना है तो हमेशा खुद को दूसरे वाले के शूज में डाल दो.
Right.
दैट्स इट.
Okay. So let's move to the content industry now. So you are a content creator and you have been.
थैंक यू.
Okay. So
Acknowledgement.
फाइनली किसी ने बोल दिया मैं कंटेंट क्रिएटर हूँ.
तो how would you define a life of a content creator?
If I define it, I'll be
Hell.
limiting it.
I'll do it. It's hell.
I think like I'll tell you, content creation is one of the most stressful jobs in the world. If you're doing it passionately, because there is no switch off button to your
Right.
mind.
Hmm.
I told you, right? I think
Yeah.
about content all the time. I have never been on a trip
Hmm.
for 2 years.
Oh.
लास्ट 1 year से मैंने एक दिन ऑफ नहीं लिया है. एक दिन, नॉट अ डे फॉर माई सेल्फ. एंड मैं किसी और के लिए नहीं बोलूँगा बिकॉज सबके अपने अपने तरीके होते हैं.
Right.
कुछ लोगों के लिए ईजी होता है कंटेंट बनाना. मतलब रैंड कर लिया, स्क्रिप्ट कर लिया, D2C कैमरा रख दिया, बोल दिया कंटेंट अपलोड कर दिया. टेक्स अबाउट एन आवर.
Hmm.
For me, scripting the entire project takes
Correct.
5 hours. उसके बाद शूटिंग को लगते हैं कभी कभी 24 hours, कभी कभी 12 hours. That depends. On an average 12 hours. 12 plus 5, 17. Editing takes about 8 hours. Great quality editing, 8 hours.
Yeah.
And then voiceovers 1 hour.
Man.
So yeah, collectively, on an average, I spend 30 hours per project.
Per project.
Yeah. So for me, my content life is very, very occupied. I wake up. I don't even go to the washroom. I wake up. मैं land होता हूँ. इधर पे ही चेयर है मेरी. चेयर पे बैठ जाता हूँ. लैपटॉप खोलता हूँ, काम करना चालू. उधर से फिर जाता हूँ किचन में, कॉफ़ी बनाता हूँ, पीता हूँ, वापस आता हूँ. निकलता हूँ शूट के लिए. फिर घर पे आता हूँ रात को 11 बजे 12 बजे शूट करने के बाद घर पे आके खाना खाता हूँ. बीच में टाइम मिले तो जिम चला जाता हूँ. So that is my life. Yeah.
Right.
I can't talk for anyone else. I mean, it's very subjective.
Yeah.
So yeah.
ये सही है. जिम का नाम मत बताना, लड़के आ जाएंगे बाद.
There is a story, by the way. So there is this one girl who lives in my building, and she got to know that I stay in her building, and she started following me to my way towards my way to the gym every day. And I figured that out after a month. She was doing it for 30 days straight.
30 days.
Yeah. And I started noticing that pattern, like, ये हर रोज क्यों दिख रही है मेरे को भाई? And she used to have a dog with her. So मुझे लगा टहलाने लेके जा रही है, but ये रोज हो रहा है. Then I saw her just stopping outside the gym, staring at me while I'm working out.
She was manifesting you.
She was manifesting me, but she couldn't. That's why manifestations don't always work, guys. That's your example.
Yeah.
So it didn't work for her.
It did not work for her.
Let's
Because I was manifesting someone else.
Okay.
yeah.
And that worked.
So what is your craziest fan moment like after this one?
Craziest fan moment.
Fan moment.
There's so many. There's so many. Like so many times, like, so I have a lot of women,
Yeah, we know
women
that.
audience, and that's very uncanny because even for brands, they find it hard to consume, like digest. My segmentation is distribution is 71-29.
Yeah.
71% women.
Oh.
And that is a very uncanny case with any male creator.
We can support this data actually.
You have the facts, guys. You have people, living proofs.
Yeah.
Even like when you came for the friend screening.
Yeah. And it was totally like girls, no boys. Like there was like one or
It's
two
not
guys,
like I
right?
don't allow boys.
No,
They
they
don't just-
they didn't come actually, man. And we were thinking like, where are all the guys? Like whom we are going to talk? Man,
Yeah.
there were more than 20 or 20. I think Monica's like their costume like Monica's, okay. And I was like being Chandler, and I was like, man, 20 Monicas. No.
क्या नहीं है?
No. And that's why I was like, most of the time I was in this like this
Control
the
room.
control room, and that was the epic scene I ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, like women's attention is something I always wanted in my life, and I'm very
This much.
very
Like-
happy.
like-
I don't want it to end.
Like
I
you are
don't want it
hereby
to end.
Dan Brazilian, like in
No, not
positive
in that
way.
way. In a very, not in a very notorious way. In a very
Yeah,
like
that's why I
subtle Shah Rukh Khan way. It's like I can never get enough of it. I can never get enough of it. And I think when women like someone, they like it with all their heart.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
there have been many instances where followers have come and they have started crying. So a few days ago, I was shooting with Deepak, and a girl came and she proposed me for marriage in front of everyone.
Yeah.
So that is one thing.
So
that has happened.
exclusive news on Keep It Real. Siddhesh is getting married.
Yeah. In her dreams. But yeah, that was very awkward. But I appreciate that.
That's cute actually.
Very cute.
So how many cute moments you had? Like
Countless. Number of lovers, glasses of wines, and number of fan encounters should never be counted.
how did you cope up with that feeling?
I think I had a mental breakdown a few days ago before the Aryan project. And a lot of things happened. A lot of things went wrong. A lot of people backed out. A lot of people betrayed me. For the people for whom I was actually trying to do good, they betrayed me. And it's a very humane reaction. I feel like, how do I react to something like this?
Right.
And I was keeping it to myself. Being a man, not expressing, not projecting your real feelings on the people who actually give a fuck about you. I've always been like that person. And it piled up. And there was this one moment that happened. I was just sitting. I was just going for a shoot. And I just stopped at Carter Road. और मैं जाके वहाँ पे बैठ गया. और मैं जो रोया हूँ, for an hour I couldn't stop crying. Like बोलते हैं ना, like normal रोना नहीं, मतलब पागलों जैसे रोया हूँ मैं, पागलों जैसे. And after I was done, वो पूरे दिन मेरी आंखें लाल थी. Everyone was asking like, bro क्या हो गया, आंखें लाल हो गई है क्या? ठीक है, नहीं कुछ नहीं, वो धुआं आ रहा था उधर से, आंखें चला गया. I cried like baby, and then I understood, okay, this actually feels good.
Yeah.
I feel like crying is the best emotion.
एंड स्पेशली देखा जाए तो इट्स काइंड ऑफ अ टैबू फॉर मी करके लड़कों का रोना, ठीक है, सोसाइटी मोस्टली एक्सेप्ट नहीं करती है. अभी तो फिर भी थोड़ी बहुत अवेयरनेस है इस चीज़ के लिए, बट फीलिंग्स ऑफ अ गाय, ओके, पीपल couldn't even understand what they go through. Like, yeah, everybody knows, yeah, girls go through a lot, okay, and we have really respect for them. But what about guys? So what do you think about that? Like, guys की एक जो लाइफ स्टार्ट होती है, स्टार्टिंग से लेके एंड तक उनके ऊपर कुछ ना कुछ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज होती है. इट कुड बी देयर ब्रदर, सिस्टर, फैमिली, फॉर देयर एजुकेशन, आफ्टर दैट गेटिंग अ जॉब, नहीं मिला तो और ज़्यादा खुद को बुरा लगने लग जाता है. दूसरों की तो बात की बातें बोलेंगे, लेकिन खुद को जो एक अनकैनी सी फीलिंग होती है ना, करके नहीं मिल रही है, क्या करे, घर संभालना है. And they couldn't even cry in front of their even parents, not even their partner, not even their brother or sisters. What should you say about that?
पहली बात तो अगर तुम बंदों को एक दूसरे के साथ वो बातें करनी चाहिए,
Yeah, man.
instead of expecting the other opposite gender to understand that.
Yeah.
Two men should talk about it, not a woman and a man.
Hmm.
अगर तो बंदे रियल फीलिंग्स के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं ना, तो शुरुआत वहीं से होती है.
Yeah. Agreed.
When it comes to sex, बात करें भाई, सेक्स करके आया हूँ, मजा आ गया,
हाँ.
कैसा था
Hmm. सब.
वो सब बता देंगे,
सब,
ये
सब.
हुआ वो सब हुआ, अच्छा ठीक है छोड़ दे.
Hmm.
कैसा फील कर रहा है आज, कोई नहीं बताएगा, कोई सवाल नहीं पूछता हो, तू भाई तू कैसा फील कर रहा है आज, हाउ आर यू, गुड,
Good.
बस.
Great.
That's it.
खत्म. They don't realize that one word is a compilation of so many feelings, so many sorrows, misunderstandings that they have about them. So, if two men, let's consider one topic. Misogyny is one thing.
Yeah.
Menstruation is one thing.
Right.
Let's talk about erectile dysfunction.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? Will you ever expect a man to share that he is going through erectile dysfunction with a man?
Never.
भाई मेरा उठ नहीं रहा है,
हाँ.
कोई बोलेगा?
नहीं.
कोई नहीं बोलेगा. तो अपनी बीवी को क्यों बताएगा वो?
सही बात.
कैसे बताएगा?
Exactly.
एक बंदे के साथ ही वो कंफर्टेबल नहीं है, तो उसको जाना कहाँ पड़ता है? डॉक्टर के पास.
डॉक्टर के पास.
राइट?
सही बात.
So instead of that, just talk with a guy, talk with a man who's biologically hardwired with the same patterns that you are.
Correct.
If that guy tells you the right thing, चलो right thing छोड़ दो, बस डिस्कशन करो, बताओ, बता के हल्के हो जाओ ना.
हाँ.
बताने में क्या जाता है, बताओ. तो बस वही है, लोग खुद को एम्बैरस करने से कतराते.
Right.
That's the thing. So it starts with talking with the same gender, then the opposite gender, and then seeking help.
Correct. So,
And like go for therapy.
yeah.
Best thing in the world. If you find the right therapist. Because therapy is also like finding love.
Right.
Finding the right partner for yourself. So you have to go through a bunch of therapists until you find that one person.
Yeah.
But people say, you're a man, be an Andrew Tate, be
Yeah,
the
actually-
hustler and all that. Yeah, be that. But you cannot function like that for the rest of your life.
Actually.
एंड्रू टेट भी, उसके भी टट्टे 50 साल बाद गिरने वाले.
गिरने वाले हैं. सही बात है.
आई थिंक आफ्टर अ पॉइंट 50 साल बाद उसको प्यार ही काम आएगा.
हाँ.
सबको प्यार ही काम आता है और कुछ काम नहीं आता है. सो अगर वो इंसान नहीं है तुम्हारे पास जिसके साथ तुम शेयर कर सको कुछ भी चीज, तुम लाइक यू आर अ मिजरेबल ह्यूमन बीइंग.
Right, actually. Because like even attitude लोग मिसोजिनी की बात करते हैं, राइट? ठीक है, व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट दैट, लाइक दैट स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक?
Misogyny. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you? You came out of your mother's womb.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You are made by a woman.
Right.
Correct.
Right, totally right.
That is the most paradoxical and disturbed thing ever.
Yeah, I totally
And
agree.
so is extreme feminism.
Yeah,
Right. How can you hate someone who have created you?
Right. And how can you help someone who has helped a woman create you?
obviously.
Right.
And actually, especially after like seeing antidotes and all those videos, okay, most of the guys thinks if I don't act like this now, okay, so he'll be kind of a feminine person, okay, or he'll be called as a gay or something, okay. So I don't think why guys do this. Really, I don't understand, because see, personally, I really respect women, okay, because यार जहाँ से तुम आए हो, ठीक है, उन लोगों के रिस्पेक्ट नहीं करोगे तो किसकी करोगे? सही बात है. दे आर फीडिंग यू, दे आर गिविंग यू एवरीथिंग यू वांट, ओके. हाँ, कभी उनके तरीके गलत हो सकते हैं लेकिन इंटेंशंस नहीं, ये बात भी है. सो व्हाई आर यू लाइक डूइंग ऑल दिस थिंग्स? और
See, answer एक ही है.
yeah,
Hating someone is easier than loving someone.
That's also true.
correct.
It's very simple. You can hate someone easily. It's a very easy
Yeah.
emotion.
हाँ,
So that's why people get away with it.
okay.
Correct.
And finding criticism to back that hate is also not hard.
Yeah,
But finding reasons to love someone is the hardest thing ever.
hardest thing ever. Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
So basically, do you have haters?
Of course. I've been threatened for my life. I've been sent images of knives.
Man.
Oh, really?
That is going to happen when things start happening, scaling.
Right.
Right.
अगर कोई चीज स्केल नहीं करती है इसका मतलब कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. But I am hated and it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to be hated than not to be worthy of being hated.
Correct. Yeah. That was deep, man.
That was
seriously.
Very simple.
And
Be worthy of an emotion,
hmm.
not just one emotion, multiple emotions.
Correct.
If you are being hated by someone, it means you have already won your one battle. Now just focus on the people who deeply love you.
No.
And that is my biggest strength. I have never been like affected by any form of hate.
Man.
That is my skill, I feel. Yeah, I've never been
Okay.
affected.
And the thing that what do you think you're the quality that you have which gets people towards you? Means you attract.
I hug really
looks.
well. I hug them really well. Like when I hug someone, so you might have not noticed when I hug someone, I close my eyes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I close my eyes always.
to feel the connection.
Yeah. That is where it starts.
Hmm.
What makes them get to me, what allows them to hug me is always telling them that you are doing fantastic.
Hmm.
When someone asks me how are you doing, I'm saying I'm doing fantastic. How are you feeling?
Man.
And never say how are you doing. Say how are you feeling.
How you feeling?
Yeah.
Just being specific about what you want to know about that person.
That person.
Hmm.
Yeah, actually. And that's where man lacks clarity. Because जब तक सही सवाल नहीं पूछोगे तो जवाब कैसे मिलेगा?
Okay.
So, guys, let's wrap this up. And thank you, Siddhesh, for being here. Well, it was really nice talking to you. It was
Yeah,
really
Thank you
Thank
guys
so
for
much.
having me.
yeah.
It was lovely.
And do follow his Instagram page if you wanna see something epic or amazing. Okay, it's seriously. And also follow
Our
Keep
page.
It Real and Noble. Obviously, अगर
वो
वापस
तो
देखना
करना ही
है
करना है. वो तो करना ही करना है. मेरे को भूल जाओ. इनको करो.
जल्दी से